Just before we start, a lot of this video will be getting cut out, so if you see like awkward cuts or whatever, that's because this video is way too long. Unedited, this shit is almost 27 minutes, and I'm pretty sure most of you don't have time for that. So you should be happy for this cut down version. I'm just saying. Hello, Cheese here. BTDL Season 5 Draft Analysis, anyone? Because that's what we're here for. The Burnt Out Draft League is honestly one of my favorite draft communities that I've been a part of. Everyone is really nice. I really like it. I'm happy to be part of it again. I did play it. I did play it in the season 4. I did it in the Raikou division. We are back in the Raikou division in this one because I'm shit at the game, and I'm just back here for redemption, in my opinion, with a better draft. But still, there's some really good players even in Raikou, but we'll do our best. So for this draft, we have 120 points, 9 to 11 Pokemon, minimum 9, maximum 11. So, on to my first pick. Can you? Okay, thank you. Dragapult, that's my first guy. I'm not gonna be doing that transition for every single one. That was a joke. And so, first of all, this thing was around till 7th pick, which is insane in my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of good mons in Gen 9, so it's not that surprising, but still, Dragapult being around this long, I think it's crazy. So, Dragapult is, I don't think he needs any introduction. I think everyone knows how much of a good mon this thing is. It hits hard, it's really fast, gets up screens, status hex, willow, thunder wave, literally everything. This thing does everything except for hazards and removal. It also spin blocks with the ghost typing. This thing is great. I also think it's a sick ass design, so I'm happy to use mons that I like. This thing can also run like basically any choice item. Band to boost Dragon Darts, specs for strong Dracos and like Shadow Ball spam. Choice Scarf to outspeed basically everything in the game. So this is just great. So let's move on to this next thing, which is Clefable. Hold up, my presentation is really bugging. Is it coming through in the recording? I don't think so. I have no idea. I have to read off OBS now. Okay. So next model was Clefable, as you can see. So we have a dragon and a fairy. We're only missing a steel type for the dragon fairy steel core, which is a fantastic core to have in a draft. And so Clefable is one of the best fairies. That's why it's that's why it's a lot of points. I'm fucking making obvious statements here. So this thing can do a lot. I mean, it can set up as a great bulk. It can heal. It can heal teammates with Wish and a Healing Wish. Does he get Wish or just Healing Wish? I do not. I think he gets Wish. Whatever. This thing also gets rocks, so we have hazards at least. Something. Great move pool. This thing gets coverage for days actually. So I'm very happy to use this. I've wanted to use this for a bit. I think it's cool. I think it does a lot. And I'm happy to use it. On to the next mon, to finish our fairy dragon steel core, is Jirachi. But one thing being really unfortunate is that the Dragapult and Jirachi share the same dragon and dark weakness, which isn't really optimal. But I wanted to use Rachi, so I don't really care. Jirachi, again, this thing has another big move pool, just like Clefable. This thing gets T-Wave, I guess, for support. This thing gets rocks. This thing gets Wish to heal up teammates again. It gets Healing Wish. So far we have a lot of healing. We have a lot of bulk on these two first mons. But Jirachi could also be offensive with choice or setup with like Calm Mind or Iron Defense or whatever. Kinda not doing anything. Anyway, this has nothing to do with the draft. Swampert, my guy, the fish, the mud fish. Swampert. So I picked this up because I saw, okay, 4th pick, I have no ground type. I gotta get to picking up this mud. Gotta get to picking up this ground. because ground types are very good. It's important to have a good ground type in draft, in my opinion. And so I picked up Swampert because that's another bulky water, bulky ground, strong ground. It hits very, very power. What am I trying to say here? All right, brain reset. Let's go 110 physical attack, so it does hit hard with these quakes. It gets rocks, so even more hazards. We can have 3 rocks setters. Also, Swampert is cool. Again, I am using mons that I don't like. I'm gonna use mons that I like using, or that I think are cool. I'm gonna pick nasty ass designs just because they're good. I don't fuck with that. So here we are, on to the next mon, which contradicting what I just said, I don't really like the design of that much, but a spinner we had to have. So here's the Cyclizar. This is a ghost immunity, which we are struggling against. We are currently big time weak to ghost and dark. We have 2 weaknesses so far, 1 resist, and then is everything just neutral. So dark just like cooks us, bro. And then dark, ghost, equally as bad. It cooks us anyway. We have like 3 weak on total on the draft, 1 resist and 1 immunity, and then our immunity is fucking Cyclizar, so it's kind of ass. Anyway, it can come in multiple times because it's got regen, and also finally we got some removal. This slate I didn't have removal yet. I'm normally a guy that goes for removal immediately, bro, because if you don't have removal this slate, all the good things are taken. This thing also has a surprisingly all-right move pool. Like, you can hit both on the special and physical side. The problem with this thing is there's a problem like this with many Pokemon. It's got a stronger physical attack, but it's got great special moves, right? So it goes like overheat, it can fucking hit Dracos, can spam like hyper voice and shit, but it's obviously a bit weaker on the special attacking side than the attacking side. Well, the physical attacking side, but it doesn't really matter because this thing doesn't do much damage anyways. It's just here to be fast, spin, get the fuck out, heal up. On to the next guy is our first Terra Captain. My presentation is bugging out. No, it's not. I'm trolling. He's our first Terra Captain. The Terra types on this are Ice, Electric, and Fairy, which Electric, good offensive type. Honestly, good defensive type as well, because it only gets hit by 1 thing super effectively. So that's really good on these big bulky mons. And the Fairy is a good physical typing, good defensive typing. Honestly, good all around types. Ice could be used for extra damage, but I doubt I'm ever going to use it because it's ice, and ice is dog shit. Again, this thing is bulky. It's like mad bulky. 130 in defense and 110 in special defense, and then 100 HP, and then this physical attack is huge, 145. That's the highest on the team. This thing hits hard, honestly, with Chilling Neigh also being able to boost its attack, being able to snowball into like sweeping games. Also, this thing is SD, it gets Curse, it gets like good setup moves, and with rocks and hazards and whatever, we'll chip things down, and this thing can just kind of come in, even Banded or Life Orb or whatever, and just hit hard. We can also use this on a Trick Room mode with, let's say, Swampert. As a Trick Room like utilizer, not a Trick Room mon. Oh wait, hold on, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we are back. Where did we leave off? We left off on the Glastrier. Moving on to the next mon. It is another Terra Captain. If I could go to the next slide, there we go. It's Articuno Galar. It's another Terra Captain, like I said, with Flying, Fighting, Steel. Fighting, allowing us to hit steel types and just any type that flying and psychic doesn't hit. Fighting helps us with steals, with darks, with anything really. My draft was really needing more special attackers. Dragbolt does have a alright special attack, but still we didn't have like a dedicated big special attack nuke, right? So this thing with 125 special attack, I'm pretty sure this thing is gonna do damage. Competitive, after Terra can punish webs or intimidate switch-ins or whatever. It can also do that pre-Terra. This thing is also mad bulky, surprisingly. 85 defense, 90 HP, but like that's all right. When a special defense 100 and then with the 90 HP, that's a lot. Like that's not bad. Slap an AV on that. That's a bulky ass special defense mon, and it's a good speed tier with 95 because we kind of had a big gap with 100 from Rachi and then 60 to Clefable, and we are gonna get some things in between there. But this thing is just fast enough to outspeed base 90s, but it is like slower than 100s and whatever. I think it's just an alright speed tier. Shaman is here. Another wall. This thing is a great pivot and can just switch out, get the baton pass and get out, allowing us to get our threat in. This thing is also a great status absorber with natural cure, so we just switch this in like a willow, T-wave and whatever. We switch out, we get natural cure. I think that's how that works. Also actually our first ground resist, because everything else is quite weak to ground. Shaman knows also even more healing with wish. Is healing? No, this thing does not get a wish. This thing gets healing wish. Whatever. This thing is also like sit and just tank for days with synthesis, leech seed, and it can also do decent damage with seed flare and lowering the special defense or special attack. I don't remember. I think it's defense. I'm not really sure. On to the next mon. It is Bisharp to help us with the ghost and dark weaknesses, since we are getting cooked by these dark and ghost types. I might have to make some changes later on to the season if these like type of mons just would wreck through our team. And so this thing, you would kind of think of it as like a mini Gambit, a baby Gambit. It's really not. I mean, it doesn't get Counter Cleave, which is like that's pretty bad. Also, it's a bit faster and less bulky. 125 attack is still a lot, so this thing can hit hard. With now being able to evolve, it can also run Eviolite to become even more bulky. So I think this thing was a great pickup for 8 points. Also fixing up most of our type weaknesses, except for of course ground. Another rocks setter. So again, rocks for days. Never hating on that. Rocks are good. And speaking about hazards, we got Quillfish, my guy over here. So he can obviously set up T-Spike, normal spike. Also, this is our ground and poison for the draft, so we don't get cooked by toxic spike. It also gives us great intimidate support to lower the attack of physical attackers. Obviously, good support move pool, and I'm not sure if this thing gets Barrage or if that's exclusive to the Hisuian version, but this thing gets, like I said, the hazards. It gets toxic, it can trap with whirlpool. Again, this thing gives us momentum with flip turn. Like I said, this is another ground week, which is kind of stinky, so we just have to deal with it, I guess. And I know this is the second, spoilers, the last one is a water type. The second mon on our team that is a water type, but like bulky waters are good. You can never go wrong with too many waters, in my opinion. I mean, if you have like a fucking mono water, it can be kind of problematic, but still, this isn't that bad. On to the last mon, which cost us 2 points. Instead of picking up like one good mon, instead of like the Quillfish, Bisharp, and wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Except for Quillfish and another guy, we could have gotten a 9-pointer, but I decided to split my points because I had 2 Terra points remaining, so I decided to grab a 2-pointer and a 7-pointer instead of grabbing a 9-pointer. On to War Turtle. This thing is another spinner because we only had Cyclizar to remove the hazards. Now we have the War Turtle to also do that. And this thing, like I said, is a Terra Captain with Water, Dragon, Fairy. Dragon and Fairy, well, Dragon being able to resist Grass and Electric, being types that hit water normally, and just being a pretty good defensive typing. Fairy also. It's just a great defensive typing, and that gets hit neutral by most things. And also I did some calculations on my iPhone calculator app. 80 times 1.5 is 120. So this thing is actually got mad defenses. This thing is bulkier than toys. Except for the HP. The HP is kind of lacking. Let me see. I think it's 59. It's 59 HP, but defenses are big. Also with a defensive Terra, this might be able to take some hits. And this thing, like Blastoise, gets Shell Smash. So, I mean, if you get swept by Wartortle, that's kind of embarrassing. I'm not saying I will bring it, because I probably won't. But it's always a chance. Also, I picked this thing up because I'm mad salty about something. Toys got picked up so early in the draft, like second or third pick, and I'm like, well, third pick is not like that wild. Still, give me my mons. Stop sniping me. I got sniped maybe 6 times this draft, and I'm not super sad about that, because I didn't plan out the whole thing. I just had like a synergy that I was thinking of, and of course it's gonna get ruined because I am not allowed to have good things in life. But that's just how it goes sometimes, and we can't do anything about that. Still, now onto the things that I think are kind of not good and good with my draft. So, why did I put this in the bad? I don't know. I just didn't know where to put this. So, as you can see, if you have watched the SPL Season 2, like the Draft League, not Small Gun Premier League, Uzi Gunner, he drafted both, well, actually, Dragapult, Articuno, and Shaman. I'm not copying, I swear I'm original. My team, I've noticed, is very physical focused. Like, my only like huge special attacker is Moltres Galar. I'm not counting Dragapult, because like Dragapult needs like a boosting item to do big damage with special attacks, you know. I mean, still, if there's a special like attacking, if there's a special defense weak team, I still have mons to like hit him with special moves. Clefable again can be special, but it's not that strong. Jirachi, same thing, can be special, but just isn't that strong on the special side. I mean, it's got 100 in every stat, except for the things that are hyper fast, like Dragapult and Cyclizar. Everything is kind of slow. I have 2 base 100s, and then the rest of the draft is just under 100 and just giga slow. On to the good things with my draft. We have a lot of hazards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there any more? Like I said throughout the analysis, we got a lot of momentum, so we can always just pivot out on literally anything with all these moves that we have. Good steals, good fairy, good dragon. I got a good core with Rachi, Dragapult, and Clefable, in my opinion. I don't think Rachi and Dragapult are that good of a combo, because they both share the, like I said, ghost and dark weaknesses. Still, I don't care. We got the crucial types that we need though. Like, we got a ghost type, we got a fairy, we got a ground, we got a steel. We got a flying type. I think flying type is a necessary type in my opinion, because ground is really common. Also, we got a ground poison. We're chilling. Also, since this is kind of a semi like a bulky draft, except for the things that are obviously not, we have a lot of healing, which is not common on my drafts. I normally have no wish users, no healing wish users, no recover, no nothing. I'm just here rocking leftovers, and I'm chilling. Also, we can run different modes. Like, we can run hyper offense with this. We can run Scarf Swampert, Choice Swampert. We can Dragapult. We can run Screens offense. We can run Stall with Clefable, Glacier, Shaman, and like T-Spike and stuff. We can run Trick Room, like I said, but I'm not saying it's like very good. I mean, Glacier is like the only thing that really benefits from it. And we have a lot of resists to the common types. Like, we are very much in the green for like normal types, fire types, all the electric, grass, flying, bug, rock, all of those. We are chilling. We are so good. I'm pretty sure that's it. Like, there's nothing more I want to say. Nothing more nothing more I want to add. So that's gonna be it for my draft analysis or my draft recap or whatever you want to call it. I hope you will watch my battles for this league. I will be posting it every end of the week or just whenever I have done the battle. Whenever I'm just done with it. Might come out late, might come out early, you never know with me. It's a surprise. So that's that. I'll see you in the regular season then.